This is TWiT. Annie's in Los Angeles. Hi, Annie.
Oh, hey, Leo. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? You got an interesting conundrum.
Yes, I do. But hold on one second. I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's a little staticky. Yeah. We'll see if this holds up.
Are you there?
Yeah, that worked. Whatever you did.
Yeah, it's so weird.
What did you do?
You
just used a little percussive maintenance? You slapped the phone?
No, if I switch on flash to another line and switch back, somehow it seems to get rid of it. I don't know.
It's a cordless?
Nope.
No, that's weird.
This is a landline.
Who knew?
It's much better here.
See, you figured that's what we call a workaround. Requires no understanding of why it's happening, but it works.
Most of the time it does.
It's amazing.
Yeah, thank God it worked with you.
Good. So what can I do for you?
Okay. I have been trying to get off for years now, obviously, on my the smartphone I have now, still have, but it's going, bits and pieces of it are stopping, is the Palm OS 755P.
Wait a minute. Palm OS 755P. That's a phone? Oh, you have a Treo.
Yeah, it's a Palm Treo.
That was the last Treo from 2007.
Yep, and 2000? What was it? What year did they change to Android?
Oh yeah, they did WebOS, which wasn't Android. They did their own thing, and then they went silently quiet without a whimper. They just disappeared into the. And actually, this is a weird thing, but my LG TV, my very fancy LG OLED TV, runs WebOS. It's LG bought WebOS, and that's what happened. It ends up on a TV. Your Treo, though, is kind of a classic. You've got a physical keyboard, and it still operates for you pretty well.
Sorry?
You're using it as your phone?
Well, I can still. This is what's left. Over time, Sprint, who I have issues with, took away access to anything web-based, and email I was always doing straight from the web because I just had too many issues with it on the phone.
Yeah.
So bottom line is all I can use, and now I'm having issues with if I try to text out, the phone will bring me a message asking if I want a hard reset. So now I won't text out. I'm afraid it's going to accidentally hard reset.
Time for a new phone, yeah.
Yes. But the issue is getting my contacts off because I'm in the real estate industry.
Oh, you don't want to lose that, yeah.
Can't lose them, and I can't lose the notes I have in them.
No, of course not.
And for years, yeah.
Do you use the Palm Sync with that when you connect it to your desktop and it syncs up? Do you use that?
Well, there's more to the story. Yeah, that's involved. So anyway, the sync I tried to use. Now I can't get the phone. I think something within the phone, within the contact between the cords, because I've tried 3 different cords, and none of the phone cannot be read on the computers.
Oh boy!
We tried on other computers, and we tried on this computer that I have.
Yeah.
And so a tech guy I know wants to clean a little deeper into the phone. Because he tried cleaning just the external port.
You mean physically cleaning it, like blowing it out with air and stuff?
Well, I think he's going to use some kind of spray thing.
Okay. So the problem is, it sounds like that when you connect that weird Palm connector, it's not making a connection. The computer's going, I don't know what this is. It may not actually be the phone. I mean, this is so old, the computer may not have a driver for it. It may say, I don't know what this is. What is this?
Well, I have the software on the laptop I have, and it's not seeing it. And then we tried some other tech people tried some of the computers in my office, and they couldn't read it either. But maybe
this is the only place you have this contact list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
And it's
you've really been living on the edge for about 10 years, yeah. Because if you don't have a backup. And you have this precious vital resource, which is your client list, in this phone that is from 2007, and it no longer can connect to a computer. There is, I don't know if Sprint even still offers it. Sprint used to have wireless syncing. Have you tried that?
Well, I was in touch with before Sprint got bought out by this, I don't know, European or whatever company. It's
SoftBank. Yeah, they're Japanese. Yeah.
Horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
Well,
mostly it's just Sprint's going under is the problem. So.
Yeah, they don't want to support anything.
No.
But they were trying to help me, and they couldn't figure it out either.
Okay. So there were two ways that you could sync this old Treo. One was wirelessly, but it required the cooperation of the cell phone company. Do you still have data? Can you still get on the net at all? You said you couldn't, right?
Not on the phone.
Yeah. And you can't make phone calls on it, right?
I can make phone calls.
You can make phone calls on it. That's remarkable.
I can receive text in. I can see my contacts. I can see I can see everything that's more based, I guess, on the phone. So what I really
you're really in an urgent. Frankly, you're in an urgent crisis because I don't know how long that phone's going to last, and it may be already dying. Your tech guy opening it up is almost certainly going to kill it.
What?
Don't let him open it up and spray something in there, please.
Oh, it will kill it.
Yeah, it'll kill it. And it has a chance of killing it. It's really on its last legs anyway. It's like open heart surgery on a 110-year-old person.
Yeah,
you might save him, but it might just all crumble into dust. So here's what you need to do: you need to go get a high school student and pay her $4.50 an hour to literally go through the screens and copy them out. And I would do that sooner than later because that phone is not going to last much longer. You've really, so there's only a couple of ways to get data out of that phone. One is to sync it wirelessly. That requires Sprint's cooperation. I gather that's a dead option. The other is to connect it to the cable and use the Treo Sync, and it would copy it over. Had you ever used Treo Sync with that thing?
Yeah, I have some probably. So
some of your stuff is on the
years.
Yeah, your stuff will be on the PC from the last time you synced.
Right, which is many years ago, because I had trouble with this, and then I finally got other cords, thinking maybe it's a cord.
Did not red lights go off and sirens go off, Annie, when you said, "Oh, I can't sync this anymore, but I'll just keep using this"? Didn't anybody? Didn't you? Didn't the back of your brain you go, "Well, wow, I'm really relying on this device"?
Yeah, I know. And but I was still trying to find a way to get it off because it was just so overwhelming to transfer it. And, so I tried different tech people. I tried Sprint, and then I try hard, and then I get so overwhelmed with it, I'd let it go for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to give up on the wireless syncing because you can't surf to a website on that phone, right? The browser no longer does anything.
No, I mean, I'd have to. What the tech guy was thinking was that if we could get it to work so we could transfer it over, then there was some system he had that said maybe there's a system that supported BlackBerry they thought might support Palm.
Oh, no, he's not. No, look. I don't know why he's even thinking that. If you can get it off the phone onto anything, we can get it. That's not the issue. The issue is getting it off the phone. He doesn't need to spend any time thinking about, well, what are we going to do once we get off the phone? That's easy. That's a standard data format. The real issue is we can't get it off the phone because your cable's no longer responsive.
Mm-hmm. Or the phone is not.
Well, I'm thinking you tried 3 cables. Is not the cable, obviously, but maybe that connector. It is a little ancient. Maybe that connector is not working. If you could get, I don't even know if you can get the software anymore, the Treo Sync software, but if you could get it and put it on a different computer and try it on a different computer, that might work. But I don't know how you're going to get that stuff.
But why would that work if it's not working on the computer it's on?
Well, because in order for the computer to see the phone, it needs a driver. Because I don't think it's a standard USB device. So it needs a driver to see it. And with the installation of the software, you theoretically get the installation of the driver. Another computer, if you reinstall the software cleanly, might do it. But you're right. Maybe you just do it on your computer. The problem is I don't think you can get the software. I think really you have one and only one choice. That high schooler I mentioned, or somebody. You need to physically copy it off, and it may be thousands, but I think you do it sooner than later. Leo Laporte, the tech guy. You might need an older version of Windows. You might, I mean, who knows? But the software itself is needed to connect to the phone, so it could be an issue with the software as well. There you go. How to set up Palm Desktop on Windows 10. Companionlink.com. I don't know. Palm Desktop 6.2. There it is. So okay, this is a good link. Thank you, Mike B. So you can download the Palm Desktop 6.2 installer. Yeah, once you can get it off, you can even sync this with your Android or iOS device. So they have Palm Desktop going back to version 4. One of those might work. This is probably what I would do. We'll put a link at techguylabs.com, Annie, and maybe get your tech guy to look at this link. But it actually has the software, and I think reinstalling the software either on your existing computer or have him do it on his computer, that's going to let it talk to at least, if it is the connector on the phone, then you're really stuck. But if the connector, but it's completely possible it's not the connector, it's just the software. So reinstalling the software might help. Because if you can get it to sync, if you can just get it to sync once, you're golden.
Yeah.